Have you ever watched someone bake bread? At first, it doesn't look like anything special. Just a heavy lump of flour, water, and salt mixed into thick dough. It sits there, quiet and lifeless. But then the baker adds something small, something easy to overlook. A tiny pinch of yeast. It's so little that most people wouldn't even notice it being added. She kneads it into the dough, folding and pressing over and over. And then she sets it aside. And still nothing seems to happen. The dough just sits there. But deep inside something is already at work. That little bit of yeast starts moving. Slowly, quietly, invisibly. It spreads through every part of the dough. No noise, no spotlight, just steady transformation. First, there's no difference. Then slowly, the dough begins to puff up. Swells, it rises. The change is gentle but powerful. What once looked heavy and lifeless becomes soft, light, and full of life. When the baker returns, the dough is ready. Not because she forced it, but because the yeast did what it was meant to do. And this, Jesus said, is exactly what the kingdom of God is like. It doesn't always begin with loud miracles or big crowds. Sometimes it starts with just a whisper, quiet prayer, a single act of love, a truth hidden in someone's heart. Like yeast, God's work in us begins small. It often moves in ways we can't see. But over time it changes everything. One word of encouragement, one small decision to forgive, one act of courage. God uses these little things to transform lives. Not in a flash, but in a process. So maybe today your faith feels small. Your efforts feel unseen. You wonder if you're making a difference. But don't give up. Because just like the yeast, the change might be happening right now, deep within, even if you can't see it yet. You don't have to be loud or famous or perfect. You just have to keep saying yes to God in the little things. So what's the yeast in your life right now? Maybe it's a quiet prayer you're praying, a habit you're building, or something new you've started. I'd love to hear about it. Drop it in the comments below. And if this story gave you hope or helped you see the power in small beginnings, please hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you won't miss the next one. Remember, God does big things with small starts. See you in the next video.